What I do want to deal with in some depth is the details of your profile. So in your icon, view profile, land on your profile. The essential components of your profile, I suggest you refer to your workbook and you make notes where you need to come back to fix things on your profile. First of all, this is your profile image. I have shared some tips for you in the notes. The most important part is if you are a person dealing with people as opposed to a product, for example, but most of the time, this will be you, your face, looking welcoming, looking engaging. In unique circumstances, it will be a logo, but it should be you so people can immediately form a first impression. There's your tip. It is the first impression. Make it count. Then this is your background image. You see the pencils, they are where you would go to edit. So you would go to edit anything on your profile there. You would go to edit your images there. And you would click on this actual profile image to edit your image there. I've got tips for you on your background photo. The important thing to point out here is how it renders on a PC. And because this is a professional platform, we assume most people actually view LinkedIn profiles on their PCs. Make this look good, make it fit. Don't spread it out over the whole page so it's lost behind your profile image. After people have seen your profile image and your cover photo, what do they see next? Your headline. Now, this is interesting for you just to note what I've done. I have removed my business page, my company page, because they no longer perform that well. And certainly for small business, people are connecting with people, and your business information, everything they need to know about how you help them, how you serve them, is on your profile, or you have the opportunity to link them to your website. Let's talk about your LinkedIn headline. This is designed to answer their so what question. What's in it for me? Why should I pay attention and follow this person? This should be keyword rich. It should appeal to your ideal customer. It should have words that help LinkedIn understand what your profile is about. In your skills section down below, here are some suggestions for what you could be using as words in your profile. This is limited to 220 characters. Every word must count, and you should update it from time to time. I recommend you come quarterly and really do an update and a clean out of your LinkedIn profile. Update info, update content, remove stuff that's no longer relevant to your business and your ideal customer solution, the problems you solve right now. Old stuff that is no longer relevant does not help your profile. It'll confuse people. It'll make people reach out to you with something you are no longer doing. This is relevant. This is now. The headline formula, which I have cribbed from John Nemo, says, the service you provide, for who, your target audience, and what is the transformation you deliver. It is that simple. 3 parts. Don't try and get too geeky, too clever. That doesn't really impress anybody. Think about what you do, who you do it for, and how you help. Here, when you go into your contact info, you have the website link, as I've said. Any other links you might want to put in, your email address, and there is your profile name. When you click to edit and you go through your basic info, you have your current position, your industry, your education, and your location is very important, because people want to connect with people in their location, in their country, It is relevant to people looking for you. Everywhere you can edit. This is my edit custom button. You can put in a link, and there is my link to my content marketing landing page, which is this part. So that's where you would add a button. You can use WhatsApp, you can use an email address, a landing page, a sign-up link to your list, whatever to get started. Thus, we have shown you your location, your industry, your contact info, your custom button. Here are more analytics. So we showed you how to see them below the post. Here are a lot of analytics, and you should be visiting these continuously to see how your profile is performing. Resources, this is a very good one. This is a section where LinkedIn gives you extra resources to optimize your profile. Go and have a look. I am showing you what's really important and what you need to pay attention to. This About Us section is your long version of your headline. You can see you've got lots of characters. You can say a whole load of stuff. Please go and work through the notes and see what I've given you as your tips to create your About section. I have included in the notes some tips to really optimize this profile. What I want to show you that's very important from my LinkedIn go-to John Nemo is to set it out in this format. This is some of the most ingenious stuff I have ever seen. Use all caps for subheaders like what I do, what makes me unique. So it helps calls attention to what you do. So what I do, I help repeating your headline, who I work with, where you've seen me, so this is media, this is where you've been published, services I provide, what makes me unique, what others say, ready to talk. Those are the headings I recommend and John Nemo recommends you use in your About section. Under your About section, you can add a services page, 500 characters, and this is specifically services. These are keywords that help people find you, that help people reach you. You can put in a starting rate. You can add media. Go and complete your services page for services you deliver. Again, in your notes, I have given you some tips to do this effectively. Next, featured content. You can choose to feature content. You can choose to remove content. Keep it current, keep it relevant, keep it updated. Valuable stuff here is lead magnets, ebooks, things that really add value. Articles and activity. So from here, you can also create a post. You can share different kinds of content, create an event, celebrate an occasion like a promotion or a milestone. Hiring. Polls are very popular on LinkedIn. Ask a poll, add a document, so a lead magnet, for example, or find an expert. Next, experience. For many of you, this is your big wake-up call. This is not a CV. This is about the services you offer in this specific format for LinkedIn. In the notes, I've given you a pro tip. If you have multiple audiences, create tasks, jobs, portfolios, profiles, whatever you want to call them, for each service you provide. So if you're a real estate agent, rentals, sales, those kind of headings. So for people who are searching for something specific, it is very easy to find. Make it scannable, use bullets, make it easy for people to read. Next, we have education. This again doesn't have to take you back to junior school. It is to connect with alma mater, to give some credibility to education where you have it. It is not a big deal. It is not an important part. It really is for those connections. Licenses and certifications, that can be very important in some instances where you need to show credibility, show that you've got qualifications that are important. Projects, again, you've got tips, but a very good place to show a project you are working on, to display stuff that you're working on, because people might invite you to work or collaborate on the same kinds of projects. Obviously, volunteering is your CSI kind of connectivity. In this day and age, post-COVID, people are really connecting with people who are showing they are connected to our planet, to their community, and showing you are active in this regard can only help. Skills that you list as part of what you do to show the services you provide. And in this section, you get skills assessments you can do. It's very useful to show that you have got expertise in certain areas that people might be looking for or people might be looking to connect with. On other people's platforms, you get endorsements, so you can go and endorse them, or they can request from you that you go and recommend them. And if you click there, you have people who have requested you recommend them. This is very normal practice. It is not sleazy. It is not bad practice. We will talk about it in your step process. Recommendations and endorsements is an important part of your outreach strategy on LinkedIn. Then, of course, we've got things like publications where you've shown things you've published, courses you might have done, obviously languages you speak, and then we get to interests to see what people are interested in, top voices in your field, people to go and follow. And again, causes just adds your CSI, shows people that you are involved. Back to the top of your profile is your settings and privacy, which I have pointed out for you. You need to go to tabs and go and make sure your profile is updated. As I've said, do it quarterly, keep it up to date. Just before we finish up, remember there's an advertising opportunity on LinkedIn. It is very, very effective. You've got for business apps and tabs. Do be curious and do go and look at these other headings once you have got your profile set up effectively. And a final note here before we leave the profile setup, this is an important section, your profile URL. You go in there, that's where I set my customized profile URL, and your profile visibility is important. All your visibility and settings and information you can set there. Very, very important for who sees what and how you control what you put out there, for those of you who are nervous about that. And then one final thing, again, you click on your little icon picture to go and check your settings, your passwords, your sign-in, your security. Do that from time to time. You don't want to be hacked and you want this all to be safe and secure. That's it about your profile. Don't go forward with the training. Go and do this. Take your notes, go and follow through each section on your profile. Get it looking spick and span and looking beautiful before you get into the next section, which is your lead generation process.